am Lanikia, and you are watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is the Young and the Restless edition. All right, this is a recap over the last few episodes. Now, I didn't get to see Friday's episode because, um, y'all know they in Texas they had the whole impeachment thing, so I didn't get to see it, y'all. I think that's what was on, the impeachment of the OAG. And I didn't go to Paramount Mount to watch it, but I did watch Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday's episodes. I know Friday was really about Ashley and Tucker. So anyways, let's get into this. First of all, Victoria sounds like a child. I said, "What you trying to say? Are you trying to say your daddy is losing his?" She's honestly, it sounds like she's trying to say, "Mother, he's senile. Like something is wrong with him." And y'all know how much I hate when people do that. When someone gets older, I said, "Baby, it was okay with him making all these little moves as long as it benefited you." When he fired Adam from the company, when he approved you of pretty much kicking Nick out of the company and moving Nate up to the COO position. That was okay. When he was okay with you getting rid of Sally and all of these different things, that was all okay. But as soon as he demotes you, now I'm just concerned about his decisions and all that. Girl, if you don't stop it, and she's trying to get revenge on Victor. Victor already knows she coming for him. She pretty much told Nate she was, and she told Nikki. I said, "Nikki, you better tell Victor to give him the heads up." So then we see that she gets mad at Nate because he says, "Baby, when Victor put up that old picture of himself," I said, "Okay, I like it. I liked him." And she was like, "I see Daddy wasted no time. You didn't waste any time when Adam put that picture, when Adam's picture was up and Victor replaced put yours in there. You wasted no time. You wasted no time. Like, what's the problem?" But anyways, y'all, that is all really I have to say about that. We'll see if Victoria's plan works as far as saying that Victor is not thinking to his full capacity and that maybe she should step in. We'll see where she goes from there because I feel that's what she's trying to do. But we'll see how that works. And that's it with that. I'm surprised. You know what? I do actually like the fact. Let me say this real quick. I do like the fact that Nate told her, "Victoria, I don't think you should do this. Like, I know you're upset with your father, but you still have your job. You still have a lot of things. Why don't you just let this go?" He said, "Because I don't see how this is gonna end well." And I agree with Nate on that. Now, Nate's be getting on my nerves, but I do agree with him on that. Victoria needs to let this go because I don't, But again, she always talks about how entitled Adam is, but you sound real entitled right now. You're still gonna be running you were never really running that company like that anyways. You just had the title. Victor was running it. Now all he did was take the title that he already was having. And you're gonna run the day to day as you have been. But anyways, that's enough with them, y'all. So let's move on. So then we go over here to um, I'm not gonna even hold you. That's that whole Mariah and Tessa. I don't care. I don't care. Let's move on. But I did see where Mariah talked to Sharon, and Sharon knows that Summer wants Chance, but she said, she and Chance are in a little something, and she not. She could see why Summer would want him because he was there with her when she was dealing with a rough time. But Sharon not worried. I said, "Girl, you should be." So then we see Summer talks to her brother Daniel, and she tells him, she feeling some type of way about Chance, and he said, "What?" And I said, "He's not being truthful. Daniel not being truthful himself because he feels some type of way about Heather." But anyways, they said, "Well, Phyllis is leaving us alone and everything," and they were like, "That's good." But getting back to Summer talking about Chance, she did let him know that she's upset. One, because she has these feelings for Chance, and then she's upset because she does have these feelings for Chance, and he's not free. Sorry, I had to give Mila some water. He's not free to have those feelings back for her as she does for him. I don't know what's gonna happen there, but we shall see. She doesn't want to be the other woman. I said, "I know that's right, girl," but we shall see what happens there. So let's move on. Then we go over here to, okay, first of all, we go over here to um Tucker and Phyllis. So he hits Phyllis up because he says, "I know you owe the insurance, that 2 million that Jeremy Stark took out, and you don't know where that money is, and then he took half your life savings, didn't he?" And so he said, "I need you to do something for me." And she said, "What?" He said, "I need your IT skills to look into something for me. I need your hacker skills." And he was like, he'd give her the money for the insurance, and her, I guess, a little bit extra. And she was like, "I gotta know what it's for." And so she tells him no at first, because Phyllis really is trying to uh do better. It's always gonna be Phyllis better. Those of us that like Phyllis, we already know she's not gonna always be cut and dry, goody two shoes, and we don't expect her to be. She would be a boring character. So she tells him no, she doesn't want anything to do with it. And he says, "All right." So he moves on. Now, the next day, I said, "Okay, Diane." Diane was looking cute with that straight hair and stuff. I said, "Oh, I like this." And then Phyllis was looking cute. And so Phyllis was like, "Please, Diane, just leave me alone." Like, don't bother me. But Diane said, "Listen, Phyllis, we need to work on our children." And Phyllis said, "No, no, I told Kyle Summer and Daniel, I was going to stay out of their love lives, and that's exactly what I'm going to do." And Diane was mad because she's like, "You don't have to meddle, but you could help. You're the reason they're in this situation." She said, "Well, your son is also the reason they're in this situation, because as soon as he could, he went and slept with Audra." And Diane was like, "Yeah, she's not happy about that, but it still is Phyllis' fault." And Phyllis said, "Listen, I don't have time for this." So then Tucker comes up, and Diane said, "Yeah, I bet you two deserve each other." And so she leaves, right? So then Phyllis is telling Tucker, "You got to tell me what it is you want me to do, or whatever." Now, the reason Phyllis is feeling this way is because when she thought she had a job with Sharon and Nick and all them, she was like, "I'm not going to work for you, Tucker," because she wanted to do it the right way. But now, because, Sharon pretty much told her, "You don't got a job with us," she's like, she needs the money, right? Because the insurance is going to sue her if she doesn't pay them back. So she needs the money. So because of that, she tells Tucker, "Okay, what do you need me to do?" And he tells her that he needs her to look into Billy's personal files, financial files. And she was like, "Why? What are you trying to do?" And he was like, That's all the information you can get. I'm telling you what I need. Either you can do this or not." And she was like, "Tucker, I don't want to do something illegal. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want anything like that." And he tells her, "Listen, I either you do this or you don't. Like, if you need help financially, I'm telling you I can help you, but this is what I need from you to be able to help you." And she says, "I don't want to be involved anymore after I do what I do." He said, "Fine, that's perfectly fine. I don't want you involved. I just need you to get those financial records of Billy's." And so, because she's hard up for the money, she agrees to it, right? And so then we see that we go to Diane, and because that's pretty much it with Tucker and Phyllis. She's gonna end up doing this, but she don't want any part of it after she does it. So then we go over here to Tucker and Diane, excuse me, Diane and Jack, and she tells him that she asked Phyllis to help her with Kyle and them, and he says, "I know you're gonna don't be upset with me, but I agree with Phyllis. We need to stay out of this." And she was like, "What?" And he was like, "We have to let them make their own choices and everything." And she was like, "Fine," but he is worried still about Billy. He said, but he's worried about Tucker, and he and Billy. He's still kind of worried about Billy, but he's like, "But he and Billy can work it out." Because they're on the same side, especially with him and Ashley, making up since she's left Tucker. Now, that being said, they go out to eat. Now, okay, so going back, Billy is concerned about Tucker because he feels like Tucker's going to come after the company. Ma'am, you making a lot of noise here, sister. He feels like Tucker is going to come after their company, and he tells Jack, "We need to get ahead of that, so that if Tucker comes after the company, we can already have a game plan going." And one of the game plans is that he's still in town because of Devon. So let's make Devon want nothing to do with Tucker, and then that'll be get rid of Tucker. Jack thought that was a good idea, but he's not comfortable with it because he says, I don't want to be that person to get involved with the father and a son relationship. Now I don't want Tucker here, but I don't want to take it that far. And Billy is like, we have to take it this far because this is the best route. We have to let Devon know about Tucker. And he says, I'm sure Devon heard Tucker's side of the story. And no matter what, he knows who his dad is. But Billy says, I want to tell him. And Jack tells Billy no. Now that's supposed to be the end of it. They both agree we're not going to say anything to Devon about Tucker. Well, lo and behold, Billy hits up Devon and he tells him, meet with me. I have something to tell you. And he does exactly what he and Jack said don't do. He's telling Devon about Billy and about Tucker. And of course, Devon read right through that because Devon is not an idiot. So he saw right through that and he was like, why are you telling me all this? And so Billy was gonna tell him about it, and Jack comes in with Diane because they're going to lunch, and he says, "Oh, Billy has betrayed me again," because he sees Billy talking with Devon after they had already agreed that they would not do this. I said, so now Jack is gonna have even more reason to feel like he cannot trust Billy. Okay. So then we go over here to and that's pretty much it with them, y'all. I don't know what's going to end up happening with Billy. I feel like the worst thing for Jack was Billy coming back to the company. But anyways, so then we see Lily. So Lily and before Billy and Devon went to speak, Lily had met up with the Devon, and she was telling him that Victor had sold his investment. Jill had no idea who he had sold it to, but he had sold his shares to another investor. So of course they want to get to the bottom of this, and that's what Lily does by going over to Victor's to try to find out, why did he do this? Did he not believe in the company? He says, yes, I do, but he didn't just buy the company because of her and Devon. He also did it for some personal family reasons. We remember that, right? So he did it for some personal family reasons and everything. And so because of that, he has something going on. And she said, okay, well, can you tell me who the investor is? And he won't tell her. He said the investor asked to be anonymous for right now. And when they feel the time is right, he'll tell. I said, Lord, who is the investor? Do I care? Let's keep going. So, is that pretty much all I have? Let me go to my notes, y'all. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you. Just recapping all of the episodes. I'm looking forward to see how this all plays out with Tucker. I hope Phyllis doesn't get too involved in it. Like, she already involved getting the financial records, but I hope she doesn't get too much more involved in it. Besides, mama. Sorry, y'all. Besides that. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for you today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know you were here, and I will see you tomorrow for an all-new episode of What Happened on the Soaps, The Young and the Restless edition. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.